Can you use the general 4% distribution rule along with your Social Security benefits to help you to retire early? Well, if you are curious on how you might be able to do this, we're going to show you how this 30-year-old rule, along with your Social Security benefits, might be able to help you to retire early in our financial freedom video. So stay locked in. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, certified financial planner and president and CEO of the Retirement Education Center.
And my name is Andrea Graves, Director of Operations at the Retirement Education Center. For additional concepts on how to maximize your retirement, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos. We want to welcome you back to our channel. Well, Carson, today you're covering a very interesting concept on how someone could use the 4% rule combined with Social Security benefits to retire early.
Yes, Andrew, because what I am seeing now in my practice is that a lot of people, for many different reasons, are wanting to leave their jobs early, or they actually are retiring early now. And whenever you leave your job early, Andrea, of course, you're going to be leaving your income earlier, and you're also going to have to start taking from your retirement savings earlier as well. And when you add in all of those factors that I just mentioned, it could really put a strain on your retirement solvency. But today I am going to talk about how you can utilize the 4% rule along with your Social Security benefits so that you can retire early and not have any regrets. But before we do that, there are always two rules to retirement income that we like to give you. And Andrea, what are those two rules?
Well, rule number 1 is to never run out of money, and rule number 2 is to never forget rule number 1.
Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into our video to talk about how this 30-year-old distribution rule, known as the 4% rule, along with one of the most important social government benefits, can help you to retire early.
Okay, Carson, if you would, could you explain what the 4% rule is?
Yeah, Andrew, the 4% rule, as I mentioned, is a 30-year-old rule that breaks down like this. These are the mechanics. It basically says that on your retirement savings, you will earn somewhere around 7% per year on those savings over your retirement years. And what you would need to do is subtract out 3% for inflation, and that will leave you with 4% that you can distribute from your retirement savings over the next 30 years and not risk running out of money. So here's how this will work. First, what you'll need to do is calculate your total retirement savings. So let's just say, for example, you have $1 million that you saved up for retirement. Secondly, what you're going to want to do is multiply those retirement savings by 0.04. And step 3 is going to obviously be the answer to step 2, which is $40,000, which is how much you can pull from your retirement savings over the next 30 years and not risk running out of money. Of course, each year you also need to account for inflation as well.
Well, Carson, how does this relate to retiring early and Social Security benefits?
Well, of course, that is why we're doing this video, Andrea. So let's go ahead and transition to our teaching slides so we can break this down further. And of course, make sure you stay to the end because I'm going to give you some very valuable tips on how you can avoid coming up short if you decide to do this and retire early. First and foremost, let me go ahead and start by just giving you a brief overview about Social Security. Now, as you know, Social Security is a government-run program that provides really great financial support for retirees. It is a really good help and a major bridge when it comes to their retirement income planning solvency. That being said, you can start those benefits as early as age 62 and receive a 30% haircut for life, or you can also wait till as late as age 70 and receive 124% of your benefits. Now, the amount that you do receive is going to be based off of your earnings history and your age at which you start claiming those benefits. So it can be various amounts between that age 62 and age 70. As most people do know, you would get 100% of your Social Security benefits at your full retirement age, depending on when you were born. Now, let's go ahead and transition to the premise of this video. How can you combine this 30-year-old rule of the 4% rule with your Social Security benefits and retire early? So I want to give you 3 steps that you first need to do in order to get to the amount of savings that you're going to need in order to make this happen for you. Okay. These are the steps that you're going to want to take. The first step is that you need to estimate your benefits. You need to go to the Social Security website, go to socialsecurity.gov, and make sure you go ahead and log into your My Social Security account so you can see what your estimated monthly benefits would be at the age of 62. Now, the second thing that you're going to do once you know what your Social Security benefits may be at 62 is that you're going to need to calculate your annual expenses when you get to retirement. Now, you need to be probably somewhat aggressive here just so you don't miss the mark and underestimate your expenses. You're going to need to subtract out your Social Security benefits. Now, the third step that you're going to need to do is apply the 4% rule. And here you're going to need to determine how much savings that you're going to need to fill in the gap that you have from subtracting your Social Security benefits from your expenses. So let's just say that if you need an extra $20,000 per year after your Social Security benefits, you would need $500,000 saved. You would just take the $20,000 and divide it by 0.04 in order to get that particular calculation. Now, what I want to do is take you through a real life example of how this may play out. We run these type of retirement income scenarios for our clients all the time. So I want to give you a hypothetical scenario using myself as an example. So what you see on the screen now is one of the elements of our retirement plans that we build for our clients. Now, I want to show you how you can use the 4% rule along with your retirement savings in order to make sure that you not only are able to retire early, but you're also able to retire early with the retirement income goal that you desire. So for this example here, let's just say that I realized that when I looked into my Social Security benefits that at age 62, that I would have $2,000 per month coming in from Social Security, which is $24,000 a year. But what I really wanted to retire on at the age of 55 is $60,000 a year. That's what I needed. So I need another $36,000 of continuous income to fill the gap of $60,000. So we take the $36,000 divided by 0.04, and that is going to get me to the amount of dollars that I need to have saved by the time of 55 in order for me to manifest that income of $60,000 per year. So let's take a look at what this really looks like. So with this particular example, there's a couple of things that you have to make note of. Now, you can reach this goal in your retirement account like a 401k or a TSP account or 403b, and you can utilize a rule known as a rule of 55 and retire from your position and still be able to take those dollars out of that particular 401k, TSP, or 403b without there being a 10% early withdrawal penalty for taking it down before age 59 and a half. But in this particular example, I'm looking at saving this money into a brokerage account because there is no 59 and a half rule of taking money out of a brokerage account. So we've identified that I need at least $900,000 of savings in order for me to retire early at 55. And I need to see how Social Security can help me do this with ease. Now, in every retirement plan that we build for our clients, we do make certain assumptions about how much their plan could grow by. Typically, we're going to be very conservative, like at 5%, just to make sure that the plan is going to succeed for clients who retire at a normal retirement time, maybe age 65 or age 67. But in the case of clients who want to retire early, we do have to be aggressive with those accounts because that money has to last a lot longer. So in this particular situation, I am assuming a hypothetical growth of 7% on those funds. And of course, that's aligned with the 4% rule because the 4% rule states that you would earn 7% on your portfolio. You're going to account for inflation of 3% a year, which we have in this particular plan, which would leave you with the ability to withdraw 4% per year from your retirement savings for the next 30 years and not run out of those retirement savings. So as you can see, we have that $60,000 starting at age 55, but we also show our Social Security starting at age 62 with a cost of living adjustment of 3% as well, because as we know, every year, if there is a cost of living adjustment, your Social Security benefits will go up by that amount. And what we also pick is a hypothetical end age, meaning that this is when I am expected to expire by age 85. As I tell all of my clients, please feel free to live longer. Perhaps if I'm in good health, would like to, but we're just going to put an age here just so we can see with the actuarial numbers and even a little higher how long it would be before I run out of money, to show that if I'm able to retire early and continue to have income without the fear of running out of my money. So let's just go ahead and take a look at how this plays out. As you can see, we started with a portfolio balance of $900,000. From my age of 55 to age 85, this report shows that from my retirement portfolio, I would have to pull out about $1.6 million over that life expectancy. But take a look at this column. Even with me pulling about $1.6 million, I would still have about $2.6 million remaining that I could still leave to my estate. And that's even with the fact that I'm retiring early than what a normal retirement age would be. This is what we also communicate to our clients when we're building retirement plans. So let's just go ahead and take a look at how this may play out. So you can see in 2030, when I'm 55 years old, I wanted an income of $60,000. And every year you can see that I am increasing my income goal by that 3% of inflation. So every year you'll see the income goal increasing and continue to increase. So therefore, I'm adjusting my retirement distributions in order to meet the cost of living that is taking place over time. And then look what happens here at age 62 in 2037. At that time, Social Security is able to be turned on, and I'm taking my $24,000 a year. But now look what happens to my retirement portfolio. I'm able to significantly reduce it by $24,000, but continue to meet the demands of my retirement income as it increases over time because of inflation. But because I'm able to take the burden off of my retirement savings at 62, meaning that I'm leveraging Social Security early, along with the ability to retire early as well, I'm still able to have a significant amount of portfolio savings, even if I live out to the age of 85. So this is how you can retire early by utilizing the 4% rule and Social Security as well.
Okay, Carson, so what's the moral of this video?
Yeah, the moral of this video is that if you want to retire early by utilizing the 4% rule and Social Security benefits, you need to follow these 4 steps. 1, you need to start early, because the earlier you start saving your money, the more time you're going to give your money to grow. 2 is that you're going to need to invest those dollars wisely. You need to focus on investments that has the potential for growing, like stocks and mutual funds. 3, you need to maximize your retirement contributions. You got to take full advantage of maximizing your IRAs and your employer-sponsored plans like your 401ks, TSPs, your 403bs, and other retirement accounts. And 4, you need to make sure that you speak to a certified financial planner who can help you monitor your expenses and also making sure that you stay on track in reaching your retirement income goals.
After this video, please check out our other videos that will give you tips on how to maximize your retirement. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have questions,
we have answers. Please note that these videos are created for educational purposes only, and that you should always seek out your own financial advisor, your own tax advisor, and your own attorney regarding your personal situation. Also, if you are looking for an independent fiduciary advisor to help you with these types of complex financial matters, we highly recommend that you utilize the links in our description below and go ahead and schedule a 1-hour free consultation with us today.